Hey, so I know there's been a decent amount of confusion about this new project and all that, but I want to talk a little bit about the project as well as people's views on the new girls. So there's already this teaser image, so we already seen these girls before in this teaser image before they officially announced the girls. So you could see, for example, there is Kanon there, and you could see Sumire all the way on the left, as well as Chisato a little bit more to the right of her. And if you go all the way to the right, you could see Hazuki, as well as many people think it's KK, but I'll explain how you actually say that a little bit later. But that is the actual image they released for a while, and yes, they're getting anime, and no, it's not related to Nijigasaki High School Idol Club or Nijigaku. This is a brand new thing they have revealed, and it's got a lot more ways to go before this could happen. The anime should not line up because Nijigaku actually been announced about 3 years ago. The anime not so much, but they already have a lot of things ready for that, so that should come out way before this. And so they shouldn't be associated with each other, and I don't need Yuigaoka really. I would say it's a third project. Well, this is kind of more of a fourth project, but this is supposed to be more of a true kind of a continuation, I guess, if you want to say. As Nijigaoka works a bit differently, but you know, that's for a good thing. But that's just the basics of this. We got a new school here, which is called Yuigaoka. I don't really know what the full project name is or the official one yet, even though a lot of people keep saying it's like Hello, Love Live and stuff. I don't think that is it. But at least for now, I'm going to be referring to them as the Yuigaoka Girls, because the school they go to is the Yuigaoka Girls High School, which is a school that has been closed down but has been reopened up by Hazuki Ren's mother. So she has opened up the school, so it's just gonna be first years, and the school's not there closing down. So if you're wondering if that's gonna be the plot line, it's probably not gonna be the plot line. Who knows? Maybe they want to pull a fast one on us because they decided another orange-haired leader girl. But anyways, let's go over people's opinions on these new girls and see how they ranked. So I had a poll where I had people rate from 5th being the worst girl and 1st being the best girl, because there's only 5 girls currently known so far. If there were to be more, I guess it could come from the teaser image, or maybe not, who knows. But I believe there's shown to be 5. So let's go ahead and get a little look on this. This poll was only open up for 10 days because I just want to be a quick first look at this, because all we really know is their names, basic things about like what they like, because they gave us an introduction, and that's basically it. So we don't know anything. We don't know who voices them. We don't know what their voice sounds like. We don't know what songs they're going to sing. We don't even really know the relationships to each other. We just know whatever the introductions will tell us, so which I will show you as I introduce the characters. So let's just get a little look on what about 350 people said on these girls. So in last place, which is 5th place, we have Ren Hazuki. So Ren is kind of the upstanding girl. She's the one who, I guess you have to make a guess, she would probably be like a school council president kind of deal, especially because her mother is the one to reopen the school. That probably helps her chances. It's, I guess, the most obvious if I had to say. And so she's going to be very serious, as far as we know. But from what I've been reading a lot about in the comments from a lot of people said, I haven't seen a whole lot of necessarily hate for her, but I do see there is a strong lack of like for her. A lot of people say she's maybe a little bland, or they don't know enough about her to really suggest why she should be higher than 5th place, honestly. People think she's not that very interesting, and well, we don't know too much about them, and well, I feel like what they have provided has been the least interesting, and even for me this is still pretty true. I still rate her 5th because honestly, I don't see enough for a reason for me to justify her being over the others. So for right now, she's kind of stuck in that position. And well, she also got the least amount of 1st place votes, as I highlighted in red in that table over there. And she also got the most 5th places, which again highlights red, signifying the worst in that section. And honestly, having the most amount of last places is bad. So in 4th place, I have Chisato Arashi. So if you were to associate Chisato with a certain character, your probably best bet would be Nico. She seems to have that kind of persona, kind of that image. She's definitely a bit more I don't know, energetic or lively in that way, and I do see a lot of people kind of associating her with that. Of course, there are some differences, like she's the first white-haired Love Live girl, so I guess that's something, but again, people kind of don't necessarily like her for giving that kind of persona. Of course, we need to know more about her before we can make our full assessments on her, but again, that's kind of what's happening here. So she doesn't do that great in the polls. She's overall just kind of the 4th place character in a lot of situations, and she has some love, some hate, but overall everyone's pretty mixed about her so far. And 3rd place we have Hena Sumire, or Sumire Hena, I think is how you say it. At some point I'll get that down. But she is currently 3rd place and just lost to 2nd place. She definitely gets a bit more love here, as some people are kind of interested by her probably unique more personality. A lot of people are kind of trying to associate her with Yoshiko in a way that Yoshiko has a very distinct personality. She is known for, I mean, if you go ahead and look at her introduction, she makes herself very known, and some people might think, oh, because she's kind of sassy, and I guess I could kind of see that persona being built by her. Apparently she also does live streams. I don't know, some people might like that, and I guess her thing is saying Galaxy at whatever. So I do see people liking her a bit more. She's got a decent amount of 1st place votes here. So overall, people are tending to like her, but of course we need to see more to make a good assessment about her. Just beating out Sumire, we have Kanon Shibuya. So Kanon doesn't get as many 1st places. Sumire actually gets the most amount of 1st places here, but she does get the most 2nd places here. So Kanon, people seem to be liking her so far. I know some people are still stuck on the idea of she's orange hair, another later look, and one that looks like another later. So it's a Chika clone, it's a Honoka clone, and kind of, I mean, it's still too early to really say anything about that. And whatnot, I had some people complain about, like, oh, she's just another normal girl, and you know, so was Chika, but there's people who do like Chika, but I guess not that many, because Chika has been getting 8th place in my polls and 7th place, so in that sense, she has been kind of like that. Like, how could you not have goals here or something like that? So we had to look more into that character, see how that changes people's opinions on her, but of course, she's been doing a little better than what Chika and Honoka have been doing, so some people are definitely seeing some potential in her character, but we'll have to see more before we get our final assessment on her. And of course, in 1st place we have
唐可可.
Oh, so that's how you say it. So as you can see in her introduction here, is that she's actually from China. So if you're taking a look at those characters, like, oh, but it's Japanese, and yes, it technically is Japanese, but you gotta understand that a lot of Japanese characters come from the Chinese characters, so they actually look the same. But the thing is, their pronunciations are different, even though they might have similar meanings. So it's not keke, it's ke, or just reference that. Google Translate pronunciation is probably better than whatever I could produce, but ke tong, and I'm gonna have to make sure I get that memorized, but especially for you guys, try not to say keke, because like I said, it's gonna be wrong. But ke, I guess if I'm never gonna get used to that, I'd probably rather say Coco, but she's actually been doing pretty well here. She's impressed me by how so many people seem to like her appeal, especially how everyone's like, oh, she is another international character, kind of like Mario Eddy, and I guess they have to always have one of those, especially like with Emma here, but this time we actually have someone from a different Asian country, which will be China here, and some people seem to really like that. And I don't know, overall, just looking aesthetics wise, I do like her looks. I guess in a way, she kind of has like that Yo Watanabe kind of look with the similar hair color and eyes and stuff. But it seems to have an overall really bright personality, which can be pretty nice and contagious for some people. And she's overall done the best here. She's getting the most love and the least hate at the same time, which means she ends up dominating the poll. But of course, it's really early, so take all of these ratings with a pinch of salt. So of course, I'm giving credit to all the participants who wanted to be recognized for participating in this poll. I had around 350, I believe. So that is just good to see. A lot of people were able to participate in such a short window, and to see, just to get a little look on what people think about each of these girls. So of course, people had different things to say, and a lot of people did give comments, so I did look through every single one, and I'm trying to draw from what people think. Some people are happy with anything that Love Live comes out with, and some people are starting to think maybe Love Live has run its course at this point, which it has been a decade here. And especially with 4 projects, it's going to be a little more difficult to maintain all of them, especially what are you going to do with Muse as they kind of came back here. A lot of people like certain characters and are trying to associate them with a combination of other characters, which I guess is fine to do here. But, you know, we still don't know too much, so it's too early to say anything. And I know a lot of people have been worrying about the art style so far, especially with this project, as well as Nijigaku when they showed you teaser images. But so far, all I can say is when I looked at the teaser images for the anime for both School Out projects as well as Sunshine, they didn't look as great. So I don't want to necessarily say that just because they don't look good to you right now doesn't mean they won't look better later. It's just a teaser image, and I would imagine it's gonna be a lot better here. And I understand some people will say, well, that was 10 years ago, or that was 5 years ago for Sunshine. They have also gotten better animation since then. So, you know, but now it's 2020 here, I expect a better teaser image quality. And yes, I honestly think they should, but, you know, we've seen some of the animations for Nijigaku ready, and we already see how good that looks already, so I don't see why that would be any different in the future. I do find it odd that even some of the album covers don't look that great, especially all the teaser images, and that might be the art style they go with for Nijigaku, and potentially as well as for this Yuigaoka Girls. So I do understand people are expressing concern of that, but, you know, there's still gonna be more time for that, and they might have not finalized the styles yet, because, you know, they never do at the beginning here, so they're gonna probably try to make them look more moe or cuter, or, you know, work on the overall shape of faces and try to make them look more appealing to viewers. You know, we just have to wait and see here. It's really early for this project, so I understand some people are expressing some concerns here and feel like they might be worried that this is going to be bad, but I don't know, they've done well so far so many times here, and frankly, for me personally, as long as I keep hearing good songs here, I don't see what the problem is. I'm always interested to hear more good songs come out from these, and once we start learning about the seiyus for these girls, then we can start putting some opinions down to paper and starting to decide who really is the better girl for us in this new project. But of course, this is just an early look, and I just wanted to show to you guys what people think about these current girls so far, and of course, it'll be really interesting to see how this evolves over time. So, and once they start revealing more things about these girls, then we could start to see how people think about each girls in the future. So, thank you guys for watching, and let me know in the comments who your best girl is right now, and we'll see how that changes in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.